Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel Lead to Success Prep. Today we are going to discuss various wars that led to the downfall of Mughal Empire and establishment of British Empire in the subcontinent. So let's get started. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So first come to the Anglo-Mysore War, which held between 1767 to 1799. So it was first we are going to know about the background, what was the background of Anglo-Mysore War. So Hyder Ali started his career as soldier in the Mysore and become commander of Dindigul. With the help of French, he was able to establish a modern arsenal in Dindigul. He overthrew the Nanjarja, the prime minister of Vodiyar kingdom under King Krishna Raja. One, he kept recognizing the king as laughter ruler. He was recognized as the king as the laughter ruler. So there were four wars. Four wars happened between Anglo-Mysore wars. So the for Tipu recognized the importance of economic strength as foundation of military strength to establish embargo to France, Turkey to develop foreign trade. In 1767 to 1769, there were first war. There was first war between Hyder Ali and Hyder Ali of Mysore and Lord Verslet of East India Company in Madras. So this war won by Hyder Ali and end with the Treaty of Madras on 22nd April 1769. The war instigated in part by machinations of Asif Jah II. Asif Jah II is the Nizam of Hyderabad who sought to divert the company and resources to gain control of North Circle. Tripartite alliance was formed against Hyder Ali by Britishers. A tripartite alliance is that the um, British also associated with the Nizam Ali and Marhattas. So the Hyderabad Nizam Ali and the Marathas joined the British against the Hyder Ali of Mysore. But Hyder Ali broke the alliance and succeeded in the first war of Anglo-Mysore War. He launched an attack on Arcot and later on English English Britishers at Gate of Madras. Is at Gate of Madras. So the thing is, the Treaty of Madras, after the Gate of Madras was attacked, the Treaty of Madras is signed between Britishers and Hyder Ali of Mysore on 2nd April 1769. It was signed under which mutual restitution of each other territories under defensive alliance was built. English committee to help Hyder in case he was attacked by another power was the fact result happened by the first war of Anglo-Mysore. So this was the result. After that, there is a resolution occurred in 17. So the second thing is resolution occurred in 1799 and 1799 with defeat and killing of Hyderabad's son Hyder Ali's son Tipu and restoration of Viryo as British client battlefield. So Carnatic and with Treaty of Mangalore on 11 March 1784. So after this sign, there was a war between Tipu Sultan, the son of Hyder Ali, and Vinay, the colonial the colonial valley. So Tipu failed and lost this war because of decisive difference between two. The second war happened in 1780 to 1784. 84. So battle note and until the Maratha negotiation and alliance with him and Nizam for united action against British. So what was the consequences? So the consequences was that Hyder apparently emboldened by agreement with British engaged in war with Maratha in 1770. When intervened in Mysore, British refused to assist him even though with Marhattas, which was against a treaty of Madras, British signed after the defeat of first Anglo-Mysore war. So the third Anglo-Mysore war was happened between 790 to 792. The third war occurred due to mutual distrust between English and Hyder Ali, as he accused Company of not observing the terms of the defensive treaty when they refused to assist him in 1771 Maratha's attack. Further, Hyder was helped by French by meeting his military demands and on front the outbreak of American War of Independence, where French alliance and American colonialism was evident. Their development were extremely susceptible to have had a relation with France. The British captured Mahe, the French Britain and gave it to Hyder production. This led to formation of alliance. Hyder with Hyderabadi Nizam and Maratha against the company in 1779. This against was started as this against this rivalry started in July 1780 when the Hyder attacked Carnatic and captured Accord by defeating English army under Colonel Bailey. Meanwhile, English detached Marathas and Nizam from Hyder circle after being he was defeated and Porkonova in 1781. He cannot resist his low failure, and in 1782 Hyder died in an year, and Tipu continued the war and entered war in 1784 and lost the war. So yes, and lost the war. So there was a war between Tipu Sultan. There was a war with there was a war between Tipu Sultan and Lord Consuelo, and British win that war. So Tipu also had to pay on war indemnity of 3 crore rupees, and British has acquired areas of Brahma, Dindukul, Malabar, and also gained territory of Tunga Bhadra side, and Nizam gained and Marathas gained territory of Tunga Bhadra side. Nizam gained territory from river Krishna to beyond Penar. So what was the consequences? Let's come to the consequences of Anglo-Mysore War. The consequences this war result in sharp curtailment of Mysore border, district of Mysore, Malabar, Bellary, and the more of presidency was happened. Conflict in South India between Kingdom of Mysore against British East India Company, Hyderabad, Deccan in 1790 to 99 happened. Happened. Tipu Sultan, son of Hyder Ali, died. English fought with Marathas and Nizam support along with their armed forces from Madras and Bombay converging. So these are the consequences and all about the Anglo-Mysore War. I repeat the Anglo-Mysore War to get the overview again. So Anglo-Mysore War, there are 3 wars included in Anglo-Mysore War. The first happened between 1767 to 1769. It was between the Hyder Ali and the Lord Bracelet of East India Company, and Hyder Ali won the war, and Treaty of Madras was signed as a result. on 4th April 1769. After there was Second War facilitated from 1780 to 1780 to 1784, which was between the which initiated by Hyder but end with Tipu Sultan, so Tipu Sultan led this war, and second this war is between Tipu Sultan and Colonial Valley or Vinay Colonial Valley. So Tipu Sultan lost the war because of decisive difference, and the third Anglo-Mysore war happened between 1792 to 1792, which is between the Tipu Sultan and Lord Canolard, and Tipu Sultan lost the war, and as a result he has to pay the war indemnity of 3 crore rupees, and besides that the territory of Tipu Sultan range were given to Marathas, Nizam, and British got Brahma, Tindikul, and Malabar. Maratha got Tangur, Badra, and Nizam got territory from River Krishna to beyond Pinar. So it's all about the Anglo-Mysore war. Let's come to the Anglo-Marhattas war. Anglo-Marhattas war happened between 1775 to 1818. So this war, this also include 3 wars in between these years. So the first Anglo-Maratha war happened between 1775 to 1782. So it was the first war. First come to the background. The third Peshwa Balaji Baji Rao lost the third Panipat battle on 24 January 1761, which we discussed in the previous video, and he died on 23rd June 1761. So moving forward to ascend the throne, Madhav Rao was able to recover some of Maratha power and territories. When Madhav Rao died, there was a struggle for power. Thus, Madhav Rao's brother Narayan Rao became the Peshwa, but his under Raghunath Rao wanted to become. So, Treaty of Surat in 1775 was signed. The British and army of Raghunath attacked Peshwa and won. The Treaty of the Treaty of Purandhar was signed in 1766 between Calcutta Council and Nana Pandav's Marhatha minister. Raghunath was given a only pension, and Salsif was retained by British. 1777 Nana Pandave went against treaty and granted a port on the west coast to French. Then there was battle at Vadgon near Pune, in which Maratha near Mahadiji Shinde secured a decisive victory over English. So Treaty of Salbai signed in 1782, and end of Anglo-Maratha was resulted. So the result was it obtained a guarantee from Marathas that a Treaty of Salbai gained a guarantee from Marathas that they would retake their possession in Deccan from Hyder Ali of Mysore, and all territories taken by British are given back to Marathas, and Raghunath after Treaty of Purandar was to live as their pensions. So the second war of Anglo-Marhatha wars happened between 1803 to 1805. The background of this war is that after Tipu Sultan Mysore was captured by British in 1799, the Marathas were only major Indian power left outside of British domination. So there were 5 major chief of Maratha Confederacy was Peshwas, Pune, Gaikwas, Barodra, Holkas, Indore, and Sinsad Gwalior. So in Battle of Pune in 1802, Yashwant Rao Halkar defeated Peshwas and Sindas. Bajirao II sought British protection and signed Treaty of Basin with with them. As per the British Treaty of Basin, territory surrendered to British and agreed to maintenance of British troops there. So the Sindhas and Bhonsa didn't accept the treaty, and this sea caused Second Anglo-Maratha War in 1803. Holkar's also joined battle against English. All Maratha forces were defeated by British, and Indian signed treaty through which British take territories. So in 1803 the Treaty of Surji was signed. Surji was signed. It takes the territories name Rohtak, Ganga, Yamuna, Doab, Gurgaon, Delhi, Agra region and Bharuch. So after in 1803 the Treaty of Tiogon is also signed, in which these cities were taken into British territory, and in 1805 the Treaty of Rajkot Indore was signed in which they gave Tong, Buddhi and Rampur to British. As a result of war, large part of central India came under the British control. So the third war of Anglo-Marhattas that happened between 1790 to 1792. So the background was that after Second War, the Marathas made one last attempt to rebuild their old prestige and wanted to take old position from British India. They were also unhappy with British interfering in their internal matters. The major reason of this war was due to British conflict with Pindaris, whom the British suspected were being protected by were being protected by were being protected by war. So by Marathas. So Bajra II and Madhuji Bhosle and Bhosle of Nagpur and Malhar Rao Polkar III of Indore rose against British East India Company pressure and diplomacy force. Sorry, the page was mismatched. I read it and explained it. I want you to read and write it in the words. I vocal about it. I voiced it out. So the background of the third Anglo-Mysore war was which held between 1817 to 1818, 1 year war. After Second War, the Maratha made one last effort to repeat their old prestige. This They include Bajirao II Peshwa of Pune, Mudhiji Bhonsle of Nagpur, and Malhar Rao of Indore. They rose against British East India Company and the pressure and diplomacy forced convive Fort Sindhas Gwalior to remain neutral even though lost control over Rajasthan. British victories were swift, resulting in the breakup of Maratha's empire and loss of Maratha independence. The Peshwa was defeated in Battle of Khatki and Guwarigaon. Several minor battles were fought by Peshwa forces to prevent his capture. So the result was Peshwa surrendered in 1818. He was dethroned and pension of Kanpur. Most part of his territory became part of Bombay Presidency. His son Nana Sahib, leader of revolt of 1857 in Kanpur, led further deterioration. The Treaty of Gwalior in 1817 signed between Shinde and British, even though they are not involved in war. As per treaty, Shinde gave Rajasthan to British. So the Prince of Rajputan became symbolic feudal lords who accept British as paramount power. So besides that, the Treaty of Madison signed between British and Holocaust chief in 1818 in front place on throne under British guardianship. So the treaty so the treaties annexed from Pendas became central provinces under British Empire. This was led in to of Maratha power, and all Marathas power surrender. So the reason of Maratha losing was lack of unity among Marathas chiefs themselves and relationship with ruling neighboring cities and provinces, and failure to understand British political and diplomatic strength. So Maratha were located in the subcontinent on the upper side, and Calcutta was located. Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay was located on the lower side of the subcontinent, where now India is located. So now comes to the doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse actually is the policy which was devised by Lord Dalhousie. He was the Governor General from 1848 to 1856. This policy was to help British allowed in the annexation of Indian state. So the doctrine declared that if an Indian ruler died without a natural male heir, his kingdom would lapse into the hands of British. It will become a part of company territory. Company East India Company territory. So many kingdoms were annexed simply by applying this doctrine, so, which was named as Satara of 1840 in 1842 was come under the British territory due to doctrine of lapse. Sambalpur, Udaipur, Nagpur, Jhansi and Awadh were also the part of it. So during Awadh annexation, the British had an agro argument. They said they were obliged by duty to take over in order to free the people from his government of the Nawab. Enraged with this humiliation, people joined the Great Revolt of 1857 also. So this there are maps showing the this is the area of British in 1879. Sorry, it is 1879. So it has only Banaras area while Calcutta. Okay, so in 1840, by annexation and doctrine of lapse and many annexation, many other things, now British has Delhi, Lucknow, Banaras, Calcutta, Bombay, Goa and Madras, all these areas. And in 1857, British has almost all the subcontinent. It has also captured Mysore, Hyderabad, Pune, Lahore, Kathmandu, and these areas are already in there. So almost all the subcontinent was captured the uh, by the British under the different policies of their, and doctrine of lapse was one of their policy of them to annex subcontinent. So this all about today's lecture. We discussed the Anglo-Marhattas war, we discussed Anglo-Mysore war and doctrine of lapse. If you like the video, please like, comment, and please subscribe my channel and share it with others. Thank you so much.